Beware what you may be signing. MV Realty, a Florida-based company, is under investigation by the Nevada Consumer Affairs Division for predatory practices. And it's pretty wild what's going on, what they're alleged of doing, and what's happened a few years ago to protect the consumers and what it's unraveled to. So MV Realty is alleged to have offered money to homeowners in order to give them a valuation on their home. I'm assuming some sort of research project to get values on homes. However, when the homeowner signed the documentation to allow it and to receive the money, what they were actually signing was a 40-year listing agreement. Yes, you heard that right, 40-year. Now, it didn't mean that you were selling your home. However, 5 years later, if you were selling your home, you had to use MV Realty. If you didn't use MV Realty and used the agent of your choice, well, what would happen is you would still owe MV Realty a 3% portion of the sale of your home. They actually went so far as to put liens on people's homes so that way it clouded title. And what that means is, just like anything else that's on title, they're effectively in partnership with you. So if you have a mortgage, your mortgage clouds title, which means that when you go to transfer the property, that title has to be cleared. So you have to pay that mortgage and any other encumbrance off. There's a lien from a late water bill or an HOA or solar panels that you have on your home. All of those things need to be cleared in order to actually convey the property. So they are under investigation. Now, it was outlawed in 2022. So a few years back, it was outlawed, championed by Heidi Kasama, which is fantastic to know that they're out there protecting the consumer. However, there are still people that signed prior to that. Those liens still exist. So if you are one of those people and you're unaware of this at this point, please go to the Nevada Consumer Affairs Division and report this so they could help you in this process to make sure that you are not bound by this restrictive policy. And then when it comes to what you're signing, just vet exactly what you are signing. When it comes to your real estate, it is oftentimes your largest asset. And there's so much value packed up in there. So one of the things we do at the Rivlin Group is we hold true to something we call our freedom listing, which means that at any time, if we're not performing at the level that you believe we should be performing at, you could terminate the contract and you could go on to another real estate agent. We don't handcuff you to it because it says 6 months. If we're 2 months and 4 days in and you don't like what we're doing, you go ahead and terminate us. What that really means is that we always have to show up to make sure you like what we're doing. It guarantees that you have control in the contract instead of the agent or the company having control in the contract. That is your daily deal, and we'll see you tomorrow.